I grew up in Langley playing soccer since I was 3 years old. Went to high school at DW Poppy in Langley as well. The path that I chose to take before Trinity has kind of led me to where I am today, and I had chances to go play in the States and just other opportunities, but they just didn't work out the way I wanted. But I think it was for the best that I ended up here from those opportunities and those experiences and adventures through soccer. My initial thoughts were I knew it was a Christian school, but I didn't really look into it too much because I knew Mike Sheeran, the head coach, and he kind of told me about the school, but mainly about the soccer program, so I didn't really have too much background on the school itself. I went to Paraguay in my second year. We went in the spring season, so on reading break. When we got to Paraguay, I think my faith was really not tested, but I think I kind of made a strong connection with my faith and stuff like that when we got to help out the kids at the church. And I talked about it a bit in my story, but I think the area of joy when I went to Paraguay was something that really impacted me, and that kids down there and the people down there don't really have too much or too many materialistic things that they hold value on. They kind of place all their value on God, and that He is the one that brings them ultimate joy. And I realized that my life at home was not based on materialistic things or just certain events that happened, but just I have to base my joy and happiness on who God was. I think I would say my friends at Trinity, like obviously the closest ones are my teammates, and they have all kind of showcased areas of growth in their life and their faith. So I think together we've kind of made the decision to kind of grow together, and through Bible studies and just like hanging out with each other and just talking about certain questions that we have. There's always been those guys on my team that have been there for me, and there have been other people around campus that I've gotten to know outside of sports, and especially my girlfriend too, her being involved in a big church in Chilliwack and growing up in a really strong Christian home. I know I can always go to her for any questions or concerns I have, or her family as well. Like I mentioned in my story night, a girl at Trinity, her name's Maddie Hardy. She's like one of my close friends right now. I met her through my girlfriend. And then another guy on my team, Jordan Casey, and so they were both diagnosed with cancer. And prior to that, I always had the question of like, if God's real and He's really working in our lives, and why do like bad things happen? I feel like it's a pretty common question that kind of goes around. But I think it really hit me, and it didn't really answer my question, but I felt like I didn't really need an answer to the question because everyone's story is different when it comes to strength from God.
Comes far-sided ball in the box still for Sissoko. Drops down, Boucas with the bicycle kick, he scores!
To be honest, I always like dreamed of scoring a goal like that since I was a little kid. I never really went into a game thinking that like I need to do something like that. I think it just kind of happened, and yeah, I don't really have any words for it because like after I scored, I kind of just like blacked out, and I was just more excited that we tied the game up. But I think that will probably be like one of the biggest highlights in my sporting history. And I'm pretty happy that it was at Trinity Western and not somewhere else, because I think the people I shared that moment with are going to be people that I'll be together with for the rest of my life. I think going into my senior year, I have a big leadership role. I've always felt that on the team, I've been one of the leaders on the team, but next year I think with the senior group gone from last year, there's a role that needs to be filled, and I think I want to be that guy that kind of fills that role, but not only on the field and off the field in like the classroom and stuff like that, but also a guy that leads by example in his faith. I think I need to make some changes just to showcase that like I am trying to change, and that I'm not just kind of going through the motions. It's not that I'm not strong in my faith, but I feel like I'm pretty new to it, but also want to be a guy that guys can look up to and lean on and just know that I'm here for them. Maybe I don't have the answers to everything, but through my story, maybe they can make some connections and grow as well.